Madam Clerk, if I could have roll, please.
Councilmember Brightingham.
Here.
Councilmember Nguyen.
Here.
Councilmember Tran.
Here.
Councilmember Muñetón.
Here.
Councilmember or Mayor Pro Tem Dovin.
Present.
Mayor Klopfenstein.
Here.
And Councilmember Aristegui
Is right there. Worked out good. Now we will move to our invocation, which will be led by our Assistant City Manager, Matt West. And then if I could have Councilmember George Brightingham lead us in the pledge, please.
Please prepare yourself according to your faith. As we come together this evening to serve our community, may we do so with a spirit of unity, collaboration, and shared purpose. Let us be mindful of the responsibility entrusted to us, the opportunity to help shape the future of our city for the good of all. And may our discussions be guided by wisdom, clarity, and discernment. And let us remember that each decision we make has the power to impact lives, inspire progress, and open doors of opportunity across our community. We ask this in your name. Amen.
Everyone, please face the flag. Hand over heart. Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, at this time, we will move into presentations, and we have a Community Services 2025 Summer Program Update.
Thank you, Mayor and council members. This evening we have Mark Freeman to provide the presentation, and this is a Community Service 2025 Summer Program Update.
Good evening, Honorable Mayor and members of the City Council. It's a pleasure to be here tonight. As mentioned, I'm here to provide you with an update on the Community Services Department's summer programs and services. As you know, summer is a very busy time for our department, so I have a lot to cover, so we'll jump right into it. First up is in conjunction with the Garden Grove Community Foundation and the Garden Grove Chamber of Commerce, the city is hosting the annual Rick V. Lerma Memorial Golf Classic fundraiser at Willowick Golf Course. The tournament takes place tomorrow with a 10 a.m. tee time, so hopefully your foursome is registered and ready. If not, there's always next year. But yes, that's taking place tomorrow. Moving on, we will be hosting a traveling pump track installed by the American Ramp Company. The track is available to riders on skateboards, bikes, scooters, and inline skates. The track will be open from the evening of May 19th through the morning of May 25th at Garden Grove Park, being installed just south of the gymnasium, as you can kind of see on the illustration on the right, kind of the area where the pump track will be installed. It will be open during posted park hours. Proper safety equipment is required, and all participants ride at their own risk. Next up, to kick off and also conclude our summer programming, we're excited to present our Movies in the Park series. We have 2 movie nights planned. The first will be at Magnolia Park on Friday, June 6th, featuring Disney's Inside Out 2. Bracken's Kitchen will be serving free dinner from 5:30 to 7 p.m. And there will also be activities, crafts, and free kettle corn, and everything is available while supplies last. To wrap up the summer, we'll return to Historic Main Street on August 8th in partnership with the Weekly Car Show. That evening's featured film will be the 2024 sing-along version of Wicked. And both films will begin at 8:30 p.m. Now, in partnership with the Garden Grove Community Foundation, the 2025 Summer Concert Series will begin on June 19th, and we will have concerts on each of the dates shown here on the left, on the flyer on the left on the screen. Concerts will be held at Eastgate Park from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. And then also returning this year is the popular Voice of Garden Grove competition, where local high school students compete for the title of 2025 Voice of Garden Grove. The winner will receive a $500 prize, and an additional $500 will be donated to their high school choir. Auditions for The Voice will begin on May 20th. Next, we have our Summer Youth Basketball League that starts on June 2nd and runs through July 19th. We have 250 participants ages 6 to 14 years old, forming 26 teams. Each team is guaranteed 8 games and playoffs. The program wouldn't be possible without our 24-plus volunteer coaches who dedicate their time and energy to support these youth and our basketball program. Now, arguably our most popular summer program is our Garden Grove Aquatics. We offer Red Cross certified group, semi-private, and private swim lessons for all ages. The program actually began on April 28th and runs through September 5th. Recreational swim times and pool rentals are available from June 2nd to August 7th. This year, we will operate out of the Magnolia Park Pool and Gary Hall Pool at Eastgate Park. Just it should be noted that the Woodbury Park Pool will be closed this summer due to the Woodbury Park Improvement Project. Switching over to the Magnolia Family Resource Center, we have a few events to highlight here. They have the car seat check event on June 4th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Bryan Elementary School in partnership with our own Garden Grove Police Department. At the event, there will be certified technicians that will assist families with proper car seat installation and provide other safety resources. They also will be offering a summer day camp program. The camp runs from July 7th through July 18th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. for the Family Resource Center clients that are in 1st through 5th grade. This year's theme is theater and performing arts. Also, at Magnolia, they have a financial literacy program in collaboration with Community Action Partnership OC. This 5-week program begins on May 15th at 6 p.m. and will cover topics such as goal setting, budgeting, credit scores, and identity theft. Moving over to the Senior Center, they will begin their summer kickoff barbecue on June 18th to celebrate the beginning of the summer season. The Senior Center staff will be hosting a festive barbecue for our senior community. Guests will enjoy grilled hot dogs and hamburgers along with dessert, music, and games. Moving to July at the Senior Center, there will be a Duffy Boat excursion on Tuesday, July 15th, where seniors are invited to participate in a relaxing Duffy Boat ride through the scenic waters of Newport Beach. Light refreshments and round-trip transportation will be provided to all participants. And lastly, the Senior Center will have their annual luau. They will be hosting this luau on August 21st. And the event will feature a full dinner, dessert, live entertainment, music, and dancing. Moving over to our Boynton Clinton Youth and Family Center to highlight just a few of their summer programs. They have their summer day camp program where our youth program runs from Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. with options for early drop-off at 8 a.m. and extended care until 5 p.m. Kids will enjoy hands-on activities like arts and crafts, STEM activities, music, movies, sports, guest speakers, and even an excursion to Knott's Berry Farm. For a little bit older teens from grades 7 and 8, the teen camp takes place in the afternoons, Monday through Thursday from 2 to 5 p.m. It offers a mix of fun and leadership building with similar activities plus opportunities to help plan our end of summer carnival. And the teens will also go on their own excursion to Knott's Berry Farm towards the end of the summer. And lastly, for the teens that are in high school, the 9 through 12, our Volunteen program, they will gain real-world experience while supporting the summer camp program. High school students apply and interview to join, then help lead games, activities, and plan field trips. And as a thank you for their efforts, they will also join the other teens for an excursion to Knott's Berry Farm at the end of the summer. Keeping on the summer camp theme, we'll move over to our Camp Grove, which is our citywide day camp program. Camp Grove is returning to Edgar Park from June 9th through August 8th. The camp features weekly excursions, arts and crafts, outdoor games, weekly cookouts, and much more. The prices vary based on the weekly excursion locations, And camp hours are 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday for ages 5 to 12. And spots are still available for registration if anyone is interested. Our summer Parks and Recreation Guide was released earlier this month. It includes most of the programs that I've shared with you tonight, plus about 70 different recreation classes available to the community throughout the summer. Now this is just kind of a quick snapshot of some of those classes. We have classes in adaptive recreation with our All Ability Soccer and our Challenger Baseball League. Also special interest classes with Young Rembrandts, Dog Obedience, Mad Science classes, and also sports and fitness for all ages, from beginning adult pickleball to yoga for kids, and kind of everywhere in between. So there's lots happening in the brochure and our Parks and Rec Guide, and that can be found on our website as well. But before, well, actually that concludes the summer update, but before I conclude, I want to take the opportunity to let everybody know about an event coming back this fall. We are excited to announce to bring back the wildly popular Foods of Garden Grove live event on the evening of Friday, September 26th at Village Green Park. The event showcases the Foods of Garden Grove's restaurants and cafes for a delicious tasting experience. This year, we're expanding the event to include more participating restaurants, a larger family fun zone, a neon light art in the dark experience, and even more Instagram-worthy moments. I'd recommend to visit ggcity.org/FOGLive for updates and an updated list of participating restaurants. And you'll be able to find everything that I covered tonight for our department on our webpage, which is ggparksandrec.com. And that concludes my report, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Wow, that was impressive. We've got a lot going on this summer.
Yeah.
It's very exciting. Thank you very much for sharing all that with us. It's going to be a very fun summer. Appreciate it very much.
Thank you.
May I help?
Sure.
Yeah, so yes, that's a many event. I mean, I look at it, I thought that was it, and then the next page. So thank you so much to all our staff for working hard and have so many programs for young adult to, kids and adult and elder. So just one quick thing, I just came back from SCAC, and during that time I was there, they have different awards. I did talk to our city manager. By looking at this, I think that maybe we could submit our city for part award, something like that, for the next year. So that is something that maybe Matt or Lisa could take it down, and we could submit our city for award next year. Thank you. That's it.
Thank you. All right, with that, we will move into oral communications. I do have several pink cards here. We will start with Brenda Wilson. Good.
Our mother wasn't very happy, but,
But I'll be your favorite, Belinda. Okay, yeah, you are seeing double, yes, we are twins.
actually better half, lesser half.
Miss Wilson, please.
Okay, yeah, we have 3 minutes. Okay, you can
Okay,
start
we do
it.
have a purpose here. You are looking at New Image Emergency Shelter. This is an organization that's been around 36 years, providing services to, speak in the mic, come on.
More than 3.5 million homeless and low-income populations throughout LA
And
County.
unhoused, that's the new, come on, and unhoused, okay,
Yep.
yes.
We have 3 minutes.
Oh, yes, okay.
Did you forget that's no
No,
different
okay,
than LA or Long
righty.
Beach? Okay, so we'll make this brief. We wanted to come introduce ourselves to you.
Briefly.
Councilwoman Tran, I'm in your district for 33 years. Touchstone, I don't know if you're familiar with it. But so we wanted to come introduce ourselves because with everything going on and since COVID, over the 33 years, we're providing more and more services here. Our base is Long Beach and Los Angeles, but we have in the last year provided,
Oh, gosh, I can't, you know what? We
Quite a
gotta
few.
add Garden Grove, and not just Garden Grove, it's been very interesting navigating through the Orange County system.
very interesting.
Not accepted here, accepted there, no, they gotta go to Anaheim. We've been working through numerous of your social service agencies, Illumination Park, Be Well.
Be
We're
Well.
actively involved with them as well. But do know that you're going to be seeing more and more of us as we are acquiring more and more services and, serving your population as well.
Well,
And I just want to
understand.
say, I don't like to say your and they, because you know what? They're all of ours,
That's right.
okay?
They're
And we have-
residents.
We have a role that we have to make sure that we take care of all of them, find housing for those unhoused, help those that are seeking and having trouble, our low income, and et cetera, but you already know about that. Okay, so anyway, nice
Garden Grove
meeting you.
Coalition.
Nice meeting you, Miss Wilson.
Christy Lee.
Miss Wilson,
We will be active, you will see us.
that's right.
Okay.
And we're gonna be kinda hard to bid, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, ladies. Kyle Mason.
Good evening, everybody. Don't mind if I talk funny, I got a little bit, just came from the dentist. I want to thank you all. You guys are doing a really good job. You've cleaned up the riverbeds quite well, and you've kept a lot of the homeless out. It looks the best I've seen it in quite a while. But how long is it going to last? That's the big question. We still got a lot of problems. They're still going down into that riverbed. I'm running them off. We've got to get a contractor, and I know I've been told there's probably 7 to 10 different places. You've got to get some big metal doors down there to keep these people from going in to where they're at, to doing the damage. It'll cost you a little bit of money, but it'll save you a lot in the long run. Trust me. And keeping the streets clean, if we can just keep doing that, that'd be awesome. Like I said, I've seen a lot of the homeless that have been quite well picked up and gone. But they're going to be coming back, I know. Like I said, keep running them off from that riverbed area. And if there's anything we can do about Walmart, I mean, if they can get some security there in the morning time, it'd be awesome. They have zero security until noon, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And that's where all your homeless are going. I know, I live there. I have no choice but open my eyes and see, what do we got? A big pile of homeless in the Walmart parking lot. So, I mean, I know they're trying, but they got to get some security there in the morning time to keep that area cleared. Again, thank you.
Thank you. All right, is Arlo here? There he is. Come on up.
Good evening, members of the council and mayor. Every time I've picked up trash in the park with my dad, in the Hastur Basin or West Haven parks, someone walking by acknowledges us. And this makes you wonder, how much more could be done if more people took responsibility and helped clean up our neighborhoods? My name is Arlo Fravian, and I am a 7th grader at Walton Intermediate School. I live in Garden Grove. In March, I created the idea of a trash force for the Regional Civics Bee competition at the Nixon Library. After getting 2nd place in the Civics Bee, I am now moving on to the state finals at the Reagan Library in June. My idea for the Bee, the Trash Force, will be an organization that allows volunteers to participate in trash pickups, and it will be an opportunity for students in middle and high school to earn community service hours, as well as for adult volunteers to take responsibility and give back to their community. When I met with Councilmember Muñetón to gain information on how to make my idea a reality, she stated that you must be bold to share your vision. We discussed how city council members work with the community to solve problems and be a voice for the people. The Trash Force will be a collaboration between local businesses and government, city departments, the school district, and anyone who has been annoyed by trash on our sidewalks and parks. I am looking for ways to pilot the program and would like help in coordinating the correct city departments. To the extent possible, I'm also interested in funding opportunities that the council may know of. I hope that presenting my idea in front of the city council and fellow community members will help raise awareness about my initiative. Thank you.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. We appreciate you coming to the council meeting and sharing your vision, and we will make sure that we connect with you. Thank you so much.
Good job, lady.
Finally, Maureen Blackman. Try following that. Hold on.
See if I can get this done. It's been a long day. Good evening, Mayor Kloppenstein, City Council, and staff. Last Friday, Mayor Kloppenstein of the Garden Grove Neighborhood Association and Downtown Business Association launched an initiative to raise funds and enthusiasm to replace the American flags that line Main Street. Prior to this, the responsibilities of the replacement and maintenance fell on the shoulders of the Downtown Business Association, which they did greatly for many years. It was time to share that responsibility. Once posted, many residents, businesses, and service groups stepped up to donate to this cause. It was a huge success. Nothing is more beautiful than a crisp new flag, smiling faces, and volunteers working on the project. I want to thank Bill Murray and his amazing crews of Public Works for the manpower, for Vittran for his scissor lift and manpower. That was funny seeing him come down the street in a scissor lift. The smile didn't hurt either. Thank you to our cheerleaders, City Manager Lisa Kim, Chief Amir Alfaro and his guys in sweltering heat in their dress blues, OCFA, Councilmember Cindy Tran, who else is Liz, Anan, Nikki, Matt. I know I left a lot of people out, but I wanted to say thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Thank you very much. With that, we will recess to successor agency. And if we could call roll, please.
Member Brigham?
Here.
Member Nguyen?
Yeah.
Member Tran?
Here.
Member Dovin?
Present.
Member Aristegui?
Here.
Vice Chair Muñetón?
Here.
Chair Klopfenstein.
Here. We already have held oral communications, so we will move to the consent calendar. I have one item, receive and file the minutes from the April 22nd meeting. I'll entertain a motion.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Call for the vote, please.
Motion received, 7 yes votes.
Okay. Any matters from successor agency members? Seeing none, we will adjourn and go back to our city council meeting. And I am going to pull an item from the consent calendar, item number 2, which is adoption of a proclamation celebrating May 4th through 10th as National Small Business Week.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Call for the vote on that item, please.
Motion received, 7 yes votes.
All right. Do we have a...
Yes,
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, members of the City Council. Since 1963, the U.S. Small Business Administration, SBA, has officially designated National Small Business Week. Typically the first week in May, but exact dates slightly vary from year to year. The entire month of May is observed as Small Business Month. This year, to support Garden Grove's small businesses, we implemented a Shop Local campaign to honor the hardworking entrepreneurs and local businesses that make our neighborhoods stronger and more vibrant. Businesses were asked to put the Shop Local sticker on their storefront. I think you each have one of the stickers at your dais. And notice the QR code, which directs folks to the city's economic development page on the website, to a tool called Shop Local, where you can look up the various businesses in Garden Grove by service. So if you're looking for a plumber, you'll see all of the plumbers in Garden Grove. If you're looking for a hair salon, you'll see all of the hair salons. So this makes it an effective and easy way for Garden Grove residents to support local businesses based on their needs. Staff has been filming participating businesses and posting short videos on our social media channels. I'd like to share a quick video showcasing a few of our reels.
Hi Garden Grove, my name is Grace Kim and I work for the City of Garden Grove's Economic Development and Housing Department. Today is the kickoff to National Small Business Week in collaboration with the SBA and also National Small Business Month. When you shop local, you help the infrastructure of your city and help enhance community services. If you are a business in our city and you would like us to come out and promote you, please contact me at gracel@ggcity.org. Let's go out and support small business.
Hi, this is Dr. Hassan from Garden Grove Dental and Orthodontics. We're super excited to be talking to you about what we are offering. We are a multi-specialty dental practice, which means we don't have to refer any patient outside of our practice. We have all the board certified doctors in all aspects of dentistry, and we all share the same core value, and we treat the patient like our own family. The most important thing is we are a local business right here in Garden Grove, and we do love to support all local businesses, because when we support local, we can all grow together. Guys, let me show you something. I'm super excited about this. Don't forget to support your Garden Grove with small businesses like mine. So come and see us and all the other small businesses here in Garden Grove.
Hi, my name is Tom Chow. I am the owner of Code Ninjas Garden Grove. We are proud to be part of an amazing community and excited to support the Shop Local campaign for the city of Garden Grove. Code Ninja was created to help kids 7 to age 14 learn how to code and program it in the basics of creating their own video games. When you enroll your child here, it helps the local area and small businesses like ours grow and thrive, which also puts a very good educational platform for the city of Garden Grove. Please join us for Small Business Week, and please come to our small center, and our QR code is right here. You can go online and check us out. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Emily. Lovely Brow Studio has been serving Garden Grove for 5 years. It's important to shop local to support your community. This is Garden Grove. This is women-based owned, and we do permanent makeup. Lovely Brow Studio welcomes you.
So as mentioned in the video introduction, if any business would like to be included, please contact Grace Lee at gracel@ggcity.org. Grace is here, and I'd like to acknowledge all of her hard work in putting this program together. We will continue to post these videos throughout the month of May to celebrate Small Business Month. And I would now like to invite two people that represent important partners that support small businesses. So Claudette and Roger, if you would please come up to the podium. So Claudette Baltimore is the Executive Director for the Garden Grove Chamber of Commerce. She is passionate about small businesses and works tirelessly for the benefit of the Garden Grove business community. And Roger Lloyd is the Director of the Small Business Development Center's Marketing Center, a valued city partner and an excellent resource to businesses in Orange County, including Garden Grove. So the city is pleased to provide proclamations to both Claudette and Roger to acknowledge and thank them for their tremendous efforts in supporting Garden Grove's small businesses, the backbone of our local economy. So with that, I will read the proclamation. Whereas America's 34 million small businesses are the backbone of our economy, responsible for creating 2/3 of net new jobs and driving innovation and economic growth in communities across the nation. And whereas the City of Garden Grove recognizes the vital contributions of small businesses, which provide essential goods and services, support local jobs, and foster the unique character and culture of our neighborhoods. And whereas small businesses in Garden Grove are owned and operated by dedicated individuals whose entrepreneurial spirit and resilience contribute significantly to the city's prosperity and vibrancy. And whereas the City of Garden Grove is committed to nurturing a thriving local economy through programs, partnerships, and support services that assist small businesses in development and sustainability. And whereas the U.S. Small Business Administration has declared the week of May 4th through May 10th through 25th as National Small Business Week, recognizing the critical impact of small businesses across the country. Now, therefore, the Garden Grove City Council does hereby proclaim May 4th through 10th, 2025 as National Small Business Week in Garden Grove, and encourages all residents to support local businesses and recognize the remarkable efforts and achievements of small business owners and entrepreneurs in our community. So please come up to the podium and you can say a few words and we'll present your proclamation.
I have my board chair as well, Dr.
Okay.
I will allow her.
They're gonna speak first. Thank you for giving us this proclamation and recognizing how hard it is to be a small business owner. We support each other, we help each other grow, and we love your support. So thank you very much for this.
Thank you.
Sure. Well, first off, thank you very much for recognizing Small Business Week and the amazing work that the City of Garden Grove, the Economic Development Department, does for all the small businesses as the backbone. You guys are amazing. You're one of the most amazing economic development departments that I've ever seen, and it's a proud to support your community. So thank you again.
All right, with that, we will move to the rest of our consent calendar. I will take a motion unless someone would like to pull a specific item outside of number 2. Do I have a second?
Second.
A motion and a second. Call for the vote, please.
Motion received, 7 yes votes.
All right, that moves us on to number 11, which is our public hearing this evening.
Yes, this evening we have a public hearing for adoption of a resolution confirming the Garden Grove Tourism Improvement District Advisory Board report and levying an assessment for fiscal year 2025 through 2026. And we have Deputy Director Greg Blodgett here to provide that report.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, members of City Council. Tonight we have the Garden Grove Tourism Improvement District public hearing. So the district was created in 2010, so this will be the 16th year of its existence under Parking and Business Improvement Area Law. And those funds are directly for marketing improvements and programs and showcasing attractions and to boost tourism. On April 22nd, 2025, City Council approved the Tourist Improvement District Advisory Board report. And tonight we'll hold a public hearing on the proposed annual assessment and related items to the tourist district. And also have our city clerk report any written protests submitted, and then adopt the resolution to confirm the advisory report and levy assessment for 25-26. So the Grove District is made up of 2 parts, Tier 1 and Tier 2. Tier 1 is 9 hotels, which is north of Lamson Avenue, and that's a self-assessment of 2.5% of the hotel revenues. And Tier 2 is 1 hotel, which is the Great Wolf Lodge, south of Lamson, which is 0.5% of total hotel revenues. Just to point out too, over the last years, the hotels have been very successful in creating revenues for the city, and last year we came in at around $28 million total revenue for the city, in which those revenues are very similar, positive revenues to the TID. So the Garden Grove Tourism Improvement District budget is made up of 3 components. Visit Anaheim is a main component for marketing our resort. We also have the GGTID, which is a GTTPC Tourist Promotion Corporation, which has a budget of this year of $733,000. And then we also have a transit fund, which is $733,000. So Visit Anaheim's 60% of the funds, GGTID 20%, and transit 20% of the total pie. So moving forward with the GGTPC budget, we have for 25-26 estimated revenues of $733,000 with a carryover of $115,000 for a total of $848,000. And for this year's budget, it's a pretty lean budget, but we have monies to spend on mostly private security of $254,000 and Harbor Boulevard maintenance and utilities, repairs and landscaping of $279,000. The other items we'd like to point out is our website, which is $81,000. We're just getting started with a brand new Grove District website, which is the first picture on the top of the slide. And we just started that endeavor and should have a robust website within the next 60, 90 days. And then also last year, we were very successful in supporting the Foods of Garden Grove live event. That's one's coming up September 26th, as we mentioned. Last year was a very successful event, and the TID is going to promote that event with a total of $27,000 again. So moving on to the heavy lifting of marketing, we've invited our guests from Visit Anaheim, Scott Auckland, Chief Marketing Officer, and Ronnie Collins, Chief Sales Officer, to give a brief presentation on what Visit Anaheim has done with its budget for the City of Garden Grove, Grove District. I invite them to come up.
Right. Good evening, Madam Mayor and honorable council members. Thank you so much for giving us some time today. I'm Ronnie Collins, Chief Sales Officer for Visit Anaheim. This is Scott Oakland, our Chief Marketing Officer. We're honored to represent this fine city. We love our partners in Garden Grove, and we need you, believe me. So we have several slides today, but we're going to fly through this in the essence of time. So that's the agenda, the executive summary. Long story short, we met or exceeded all goals for this past fiscal year, and we're proud to do so. We just got this information from Tourism Economics. This was the impact, the visitor spend, the visitor volume, and over 1.9 billion of economic impact.
Sorry, it's a little cut off there.
It's quite all right. This is a two-part slide, but this represents obviously all the hotels that touch the TID, which were kind of previously covered.
There you go.
Good job.
Greg, maybe it's easier to just slide down.
Take it.
Yeah. Sorry.
I'll go one down.
There we
This
go.
way.
All right, great. This is a great slide. Quite frankly, we booked several citywides, and then they obviously consumed, and 18 of those citywides were large enough to create compression or business for Garden Grove. You can see the room nights that were brought to the area, the attendees, and the economic impact. This slide is really just tells the story of how important it is to have convention business in our market. Really shrinks the district and pushes business out everywhere. You can see how much better your market performs when we have a citywide in town. Okay, on to Scott.
Thank you. So I'll hit on our marketing and communication efforts. So here you can see these are the total marketing results over the fiscal year of 23 through 24, so July through June. We had a total marketing impression count of 118.5 million, which was up from 111 million the year before. Things really took off in the spring of 24. You can see the total visitor count reaching 17 million total visitor spend. Out of that 17 million visitor spend, 5.1 hit the lodging revenues specifically. And then what we're most impressed about was the ROI. So for every media dollar that we spent, we saw 165 come back into our economy here in Anaheim and Garden Grove. Just some more numbers here so you can understand the impact that our marketing efforts are having on the meetings and convention side of the business. And then we also implemented a digital savings pass, which you can see that we really put a lot more effort behind signups to be able to have visitors understand the benefits of some of the different businesses that are participating in that program, as well as attendees that are in town visiting for a business event. We were very thrilled. Our website growth blew through every metric that we've ever seen. So you can see that we saw the most total number of users as well as page views. And you can see that the page views grew more so than the total users, which tells the story that people were coming back to the site for whatever reason, whether that was to book a hotel, whether that was to consume more content. So quite a good story here for us to tell. And then on the email marketing side, we've done a lot more segmentation to be able to highlight a lot of the efforts as it pertains to people that are into food, people that are into family events. So that type of segmentation is giving people content that resonates even more strongly with them. Just a sense here for you all to understand the output that our marketing team is engaging with. So 562 graphic projects, the number of photo shoots, video projects. And then what we're really proud about here is the inclusion and accessibility efforts, especially on the neurodiverse and autism side of the fence. So we're working more and more with the convention center, more and more with local businesses to be able to help them understand how to make their place of business more accessible to those folks. I want to pause here and spend a little bit more time. This was actually something that we did with a vendor named Epsilon. They do a lot of programmatic, DSP, evergreen, kind of always on marketing. And through that, we asked them to specifically help us understand the impact that we were having on Garden Grove zip codes. So these numbers are specific exactly to Garden Grove through just that one vendor. So you can see here that we actually brought in an additional 4.3 million in visitor spend to these zip codes. Over 30,000 people actually visited the destination. And out of that, LA and San Francisco were the top feeder markets. The next two slides are just some creative for you all to see how we're positioning this, especially on the international side of the business. And then moving down into communications, which encompasses our social media efforts. You can see the breakdown between social media and earned media in those top two numbers, and then the total number of impressions below that. This is just highlighting some of the influencer work that we've done. We hosted an influencer fam trip with 8 different creators that stayed at the Hyatt Regency. You can see the number of impressions that just that single campaign generated. And then on the social side as well, we do a lot of different organic content as well as paid content. So you can see, again, the number of impressions as it pertains to different initiatives as it pertains to the 27 organic posts where they visited when they were here, highlighting the Hyatt Regency, Steel Craft, Strawberry Festival, Great Wolf Lodge. And then on the paid side, really promoting the foods of Garden Grove, which we've got some really exciting plans for the year ahead. On the earn side, I promise I won't go through every one of these links that you're about to see, but it really is intended to just show the depth of the earned media coverage that our comms team is really pushing out on both a domestic and an international level. All of those links should be clickable for you to be able to actually see those stories specifically. And then the Strawberry Festival just took off like crazy, over 140 million total media impressions across multiple markets, both here in California and abroad. On the tourism side, we wanted to just give a basic overview over the impacts, both domestically and internationally, that our team has generated. So those are over 21 FAMs, 32 co-op marketing campaigns, 17 trade shows and events across 6 different countries. And then lastly, we have a very strong belief at Visit Anaheim that our workforce development is really highlighting the future labor, the future workers, the future career paths for the hospitality space and being able to highlight those. So these were some of the Garden Grove high schools that participated with Visit Anaheim's workforce development over that fiscal year. And below here is just some highlights, so I won't go into each one of these. But our team internally takes a lot of pride in participating in each one of these. One of the members of my team, Nancy Palmer, does an incredible job at really highlighting the creative marketing side. So there's just a lot of fun career paths that we're having a great time being able to highlight to high school age students and below. And then lastly, we do, one of our KPIs every year is on the staff volunteer program. So these are just some photos of the team out into the market. And then lastly, how that $2 million, which Greg just highlighted previously, is broken out between all of our different departments. And then looking ahead, these are just some of the initiatives. The $2.5 million marketing campaign, which will show the results in our next one, as well as the trade show booth. So Greg's moving me along here, but those are our big highlights. So lots to cover. We're just super thrilled to reiterate to Ronnie's point on being able to promote your destination.
Is that how you're giving him the hook, Greg? Just like scroll, scroll, scroll. Thank you very much for your presentation. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
And Madam Mayor, council members will be sure to email that presentation to you so you have the live links if you wanted to go look into any of those on your own.
Okay, sounds good. So this is a public hearing. Colleagues, this is the time for any specific questions of staff before I open the public hearing. Any questions? All right. Seeing none, I will open the public hearing. Is there anyone from the public wishing to speak on this item? Going once, going twice. Okay. All right. With that, I will close the public hearing. Madam Clerk, I believe we need to report out regarding protests.
Yes, Mayor Klopfenstein and City Council members, as of the close of this public hearing, the City Clerk's office has received 0 protests regarding this assessment. Therefore, there is not a majority protest.
Thank you very much. Well, obviously, this is a fantastic presentation. It's wonderful to see the partnerships and the synergy amongst Visit Anaheim, the City of Garden Grove, everybody working together. We realize we have a lot of wonderful things on the horizon going on right now. Those are some beautiful photos of our city as well. It makes me very proud and excited. Discussion, colleagues, any comments or any other questions?
I do have a comment. Sorry. Well, so that was great, and we all see that. Just one quick note, I did talk to our staff a little bit about coming up with the Olympic 2028. And so last week when I was at the SCAC meeting, elected officers talked a lot about that, and they plan many different programs to prepare for that. And I think this is a great opportunity for us to advertise our city, the tourism, the hotel, and anything that we could draw, the tourists to come and check out, whether Disneyland or thing around here, that we would be able to capture the tourists. So that is something that keep in mind, and maybe I did talk a little bit to our city manager, and maybe we could do some tour to visit our city.
Thank you.
I'd like to follow up with the comments that my colleague Cindy just made. I was also at the SCAC conference with her last week, and there is a lot of attention being placed on us now that it's been confirmed that Anaheim is going to be hosting indoor volleyball. And while it's just one event, there is certainly room there to get some folks to come over. Also considering that we're down the street from Disneyland being something that's a big attractor, I think that there's potential there for us to, again, capture some of the business. And also, I'm really impressed by the metrics that we were shown with regards to social media impressions. I think it would be really great if in the work that we're doing, we also support more of our local Orange County, Garden Grove-based influencers, if you will, some voices from our local community as well. Just also to continue to spread the message even amongst the folks in Orange County that we have some really exciting and really great things coming up.
Absolutely, thank you. Any other comments? Otherwise, I will go ahead and make the motion to approve. Do I have a second? I have a motion and a second. Call for the vote, please.
Motion received, 7 yes votes.
Thank you very much for your presentation and hard work. Thank you. All right, we will move on to items for consideration. Number 12.
Item 12 this evening is adoption of a resolution to approve a 180-day wait period exemption to hire a retired annuitant for the Community Services Department. And Deputy Director Janet Pelayo is here to provide that report.
Good evening, Mayor and members of the City Council. This evening, staff would like to obtain City Council approval for a resolution exempting the 180-day wait period to hire a retired annuitant. In August 2013, the Community Development Department launched the Reimagined Downtown Project, a 20-year visioning plan aimed at balancing the access and recreational needs, sorry about that, of residents and visitors with the economic vitality needs of business owners. Through an online forum, the public began submitting ideas on topics such as parks, performing arts, retail, and parking. Since the commencement of this project, the Community Services Department has worked with various local artists for the installation of temporary and permanent public art, specifically in the downtown area of Garden Grove. Installations include the giant Adirondack chairs, murals at various city buildings, and utility boxes, art in the park event, as well as a temporary art at Civic Center Park. Additionally, in 2021, a public art donation policy was established and approved by the City Council. Resolution number 9709-21. CalPERS requires a 180-day waiting period to hire a retired except when necessary to fill a critically needed position. CalPERS allows an exemption to the 180-day waiting period and requires a resolution by the governing body. Jennifer Goddard has served as a lead on the Reimagined Downtown project from its inception, providing invaluable expertise and leadership to bring public art installations and events to the Garden Grove community. The Community Services Department would like to continue the work of this 20-year vision with the development and implementation of a public art master plan. Staff recognizes the unique and irreplaceable knowledge and experience that Ms. Goddard brings to this project, making her continued involvement essential for the successful completion of this vision and project. Ms. Goddard retired on December 31st, 2024, and the Community Services Department desires to retain her services on a post-retirement basis as extra help for her specialized skills. She will oversee the development and implementation of the city's public art master plan. The offer letter to Ms. Goddard for this position of Community Services Supervisor is attached to the report. She would be hired in a position designated for a retired annuitant and with a duration of 2 years from her starting date. As a retired annuitant, can't pronounce that word correctly. Ms. Goddard will receive an hourly wage within the Community Services Supervisor approved salary range and will not receive any benefits beyond the hourly rate. Funding for this part-time position is included in the Community Services Department's existing operating budget, utilizing budget savings from the vacant unbenefited part-time positions. There will be no additional financial impact. And this evening, it is recommended that the City Council adopt the attached resolution that provides an exemption for the required 180-day waiting period to hire Jennifer Goddard. That concludes my staff report. I am available to answer any of your questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Janet. We obviously know that Jennifer Goddard is a wealth of knowledge and an institution around here. And obviously, we all know, I think, on the council collectively how much we support our local and public art here in the community. So I'm happy to entertain a motion. Okay.
Grateful to keep her experience in Garden Grove.
Absolutely.
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second. Call for the vote, please.
Motion received, 7 yes votes.
All right, and with that, we're on to matters. We will start in District 1 this evening.
Well, I'll start off. Sunday was 34th anniversary for my wife Lisa and myself. So happy late anniversary, Lisa. She's at home nursing a knee replacement. So there's a lot of really neat activities coming up. So I encourage everybody to go to the park's website. It was mentioned here earlier. There'll be a link on it on my social media too if you want to find it. All kinds of activities, the concerts in the park, the camps, and I get emails inquiring about this almost every year. Sometimes it's too late, so you make sure the swim lessons for the kids. I mean, that's kind of cool. And speaking of swim lessons, there's another organization, a business that's kind of latched onto our city logo, and they're putting it out there, and they're charging a lot of money. And unfortunately, the school district is allowing them to do this and use their facilities. So people are getting confused. So, really look closely, because when you look at our Garden Grove, swim lessons in particular, they're fairly inexpensive. And this other company is very, very expensive. And I think a lot of people are getting it confused. They think that they're associated with the city, and they're not. So, when you see those flyers on social media, or you see them put out by the school district, they are not affiliated with the city of Garden Grove. And that's all I have.
Hello, everybody. Last 2 weeks was a very exciting week for me. Number one is last Sunday, as we all know, we all celebrate Happy Mother's Day. And especially in my family, my wife is a great wife, and she supports me on all events, on everything that I want to do. Traditionally, in our own family, my loving mom, she's a great mom. She already passed away, but anyway, she's a great mom. And in our home, she's like a great manager. She runs the family. So we all come out properly. So to me, every day should be Happy Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day for all the mother. Another thing I would like to celebrate, our Catholic Church have a new Pope. Pope Leo XIV, a Chicago native, is the first American Pope. I'm proud of the peace of the world and to our own American. Also, I have the honor to join with Mayor Claude Feinstein and other of my college council members. Have the privilege attending the Garden Grove Police Association 2025 award banquet at Mission Village. We all want to show the gratitude to all our honor officers, of course. Also, even more exciting, I myself have an honor to be the featured speaker at the Garden Grove Fair Committee, hosted by Coastline College on Friday, May 9, 2025. And thanks to the city manager, Lisa Kim, and Mr. Matt West was present to support me with additional information about our own Garden Grove for all the people to know about us. Also, I would like to thank Dr. Melo, Garden Grove Chamber of Commerce, and special thanks to Coastline College for supporting and organizing the event for me. Back to, I just want to mention a little bit, even though we have many priorities, such as like homelessness, public safety, economy development, support local business, infrastructure, code enforcement, celebration on culture diversity. And as I said, homelessness is like a first priority that we're working on right now. It's a continuously event. I don't know if I should call it an issue that to all our country. And I promise we will continue together with the Garden Grove Police Department and our city management. Will work on all the homelessness, clean the trash and everything we can do to help and hopefully to get our residents and constituents feeling better. That's it for me.
I have attended so many events, but I'm just going to highlight a couple of the main ones. First, I want to say thank to our staff, the residents, everyone who came to the Walk and Talk for District 3. It was so much fun. We have more than 30 cadets and more than 20 our staff and residents walking. So the whole way we enjoy food, we have fun talking, and we were leading by Matt, Nikki, and our mayor. They were super fast leading. I'm not so sure they were trying to get away from the rain or they were hurried to go to the Buna Clinton clean up after. Thanks to our chief, Alpha Mir, John Montanchus, Nikki, Great, Matt, our mayor, for attending. Thanks to the businesses that donate food. So Advanced Beauty College offer free haircut and manicure for anyone who attend that walk. S&T for donating for robot vacuum and 60 of the charger for all the attendees. QD, Cobalt Galley, Tanson Tofu, KDHL, 4K Company for all the food, sandwiches, snack, coffee, drink, and continue to keep doing that. So it was really fun. Thank you. Second, as I mentioned earlier, I went to SCAC with council member Ariana, and we have so much fun. Just this was the first time we actually get time for bonding. So thank you for giving me the ride. I also, during that, besides going to the meeting and represent our city, I also was selected to do a quick movie for to promote, and I picked two topics, veteran and children, just so that every time when they have time, they would run the ad. And so those were my two that I selected. As I mentioned earlier about the tourism, so they talk a lot about the Olympic 2028. I wish that we could have a new part, which is the topic that I talked so many times. I do not know that if we have any sponsor or anyone out there that would have an idea or fund somehow that we could get to so that we could do something for our part, because that would be opportunity or good time to show people about our city. We have Cry Cathedral, right? That's a big iconic place, and hopefully we will be able to do something for our part. And then there was another thing that I brought up last time when I came back from SCAC in the nomination for award. I would love to see our staff working with Fountain Valley and Westminster to nominate our navigation center for the housing project, because the year before we saw that I believe that our project would be way better and we would be able to have a good chance for those awards. Congratulations to Chamber of Commerce for a great event 2 weeks ago, kind of related to the business week too. Congratulations to all the winners. I also want to say thanks to Big and Chair and 128 Luxury Spa for joining our Chamber of Commerce. They signed up to be part of Garden Grove Chamber of Commerce. I attend 2 different women club Korean group. One was for the senior group and the other one was family celebration. It was very nice to see, like the cultural celebration within our city, and it was great to see everyone come together, just have good time and enjoy cultural dances. I mentioned about the park, but also the mural. I talked about it last time that I have been asking around, and I got some of the sponsor would help with, maybe we're gonna do a mural at the tunnel between Trash and Garden Grove Park. So if any artists out there or businesses that want to get involved or would like to help, please contact our staff or let me know. We would love to make our city more beautiful before the Olympic. I have so many events, but then I'm just gonna narrow down to 2 more. So the community cleanup, they're gonna be May 17 at Garden Grove Park, 9 to 11. So please make sure to, I know that a couple of times we had the event, and then after the event, residents would contact me like, Cindy, when we're gonna have the next one? Well, so now we tell you, May 17, you have time to clean up and get ready. Thanks to our council member, Yesenia Munaton, for nominating me for the iBucket Challenge. Just so everyone here know, you were already nominated by me, so I'm gonna upload that on the website, including you staff too, Miss Lisa and Matt. Last but not least, congratulations to my niece Eileen for her first baptism last week, and the birthday of my niece Eileen. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Mayor Pro Tem.
First, I'd like to thank our City Manager Lisa Kim and Deputy City Manager Matt West for standing in for me at the walk and talk over Saturday. I had a family emergency and had to meet with my cousin Dr. Teresa Dow for end-of-life decision for my auntie and her mother. She lost her mother the day before Mother's Day. So my heart goes out to all of the families who no longer have their mothers. A moment of silence for all the people we've lost this year so far. It's been very brutal. But thank you everyone who has came to the walk and talk, and thank you City Manager and Deputy City Manager for standing in and holding a successful event, and thank you everyone for participating. I yield the balance of my time.
Thank you. Councilwoman.
Good evening, everyone. I want to start off by addressing my friend Arlo. It was a pleasure to meet you and to hear about your engagement in the city. I am so impressed with your enthusiasm, with your passion to make a difference in the world. Continue to be bold. You're going to make a lot of difference in our community. Take those leadership roles that you questioned, and I know you're going to do so much. It was a pleasure to meet you. And moving on, I want to start off by sending blessings to all the Garden Grove moms out there. I hope you were all spoiled with love the past weekend and had a time for self-care. Speaking of self-care, I also want to highlight my excitement for the month of May as Mental Health Awareness Month. I am wearing my green lime ribbon in recognition of this month, as I wholeheartedly believe that communities who work together to address the stigma of mental illness are stronger overall. There's a few events I attended. First, I want to say that I had a wonderful time attending the Chamber of Commerce Gala dinner a few weeks ago. It was inspiring to see many incredible local business recognized and being recognized for their hard work. Also, congratulations to the award recipients. A special shout out to Mark from the Boys and Girls Club of Garden Grove for being honored as a Man of the Year. Mark was my former boss during the time working at the organization, and it's truly heartwarming to see his dedication and the impact that he has made, celebrating such and seeing him being celebrated in such a meaningful way was very special. I also attended the Beautify Buena Clinton event. It was a true testament to the power of community. I was there alongside District 6 Council Member Ariana and some of our other colleagues that also showed up. Despite of the rain, people came together to help clean and care for Buena Clinton neighborhood. Having lived in the area as myself as a youth, I especially, it made it especially meaningful to roll up my sleeves and give back to a place that shaped who I am today. My amazing interns and I stayed through the weather, and we got our hands dirty in the rain. It doesn't matter, rain or shine, we're in it to impact our community. So a huge shout out to Alan and Kimberly for being absolute troopers and sticking out and showing their great energy and commitment. I recently had the honor of attending the Groundswell Gala, formerly known as the OC Human Relations, and it was an incredibly inspiring evening. On the top of the highlights for me was hearing directly from students in GGUSD who spoke passionately about the issues that matter deeply to them. Issues such as immigration, women's rights, environmental justice, and more. Their voices were powerful and thoughtful, truly embracing the Garden Grove model, the city of the youth and ambition. It was a proud moment to see our young leaders stepping up and speaking out for a better future. I also had a great time attending the Cinco de Mayo event at the Steelcraft, hosted by the amazing team at Extiling It, featuring Awkward Life of Cancer. Extile It continues to do so much for the Steelcraft community, constantly organizing pop-ups that do not only celebrate culture but also boost feet traffic and support local businesses. One of my highlights was meeting Anne, a proud Garden Grove native and GGUSD alumni. Anne's story is incredibly inspiring. She is someone with courage who continues to navigate a cancer diagnosis with strength and grace. Despite her challenges, she is full of life as a business owner and still finds time to give back by helping bring other small businesses into Steelcraft space. Kudos to both Style It and Awkward Life of Cancer for their incredible work and impact on our community. I encourage everyone to check them out on social media and to be sure to stop to one of their upcoming pop-ups. Recently, I had the pleasure of joining the GGUSD Career and Technical Education Program to help interview students for their upcoming summer internships. It was truly amazing. I was truly amazed to see their professionalism and eagerness to spend their summer doing something meaningful and productive. It is clear that these students are driven, focused, and ready to make an impact. Lastly, I'd like to invite District 5 residents to my next meet and greet this upcoming Saturday at 12 p.m. near the Chapman and West community. Join us for some fun and relaxed afternoon with beverages, hot dogs, and great conversations. You can sign up by filling out the RSVP link, which is available in my social media, or feel free to email me at yeseniam@ggcity.org, and I'll send you the link directly. I'd love to hear your ideas and how we can make our community even better. Hope to see you there. Thank you.
Well, hello, everyone. I'm going to try to get us out of here before 8 p.m. Thoughts and prayers. Okay, so first and foremost, I would love to wish a happy Mother's Day to all of the amazing moms out there, to my mom, to my madrinas, and to my comadre, and of course to all of my lovely colleagues. Thank you guys for being amazing in all that you do, and helping us bring the next generation forward. And in a lighter note, happy Mother's Day to my mother in my heart, Taylor Swift. Please continue doing what you do. On a more serious note, this meeting we also acknowledge National Public Works Week, and I see that we have some great, wonderful folks from our Public Works Department here as well, and I want to emphasize that we've been having a lot of conversations about tourism and development and all of these things. But all of this work to make sure that our city is prepared to handle all this influx of visitors, all of this is going to fall on the backs of our wonderful public works team. They're going to be maintaining all of our public infrastructure and making sure that our roads and our sidewalks and our streets are presentable. So I hope that as we continue to have discussions going forward about how we're going to be preparing for the Olympics, we're also taking into consideration the investments that we should be putting into the parts of our city where we're going to be needing a lot more help. And that's really along that big harbor corridor where we saw all the stuff happening with the Grove District. We could definitely have some improvement there to make sure that our roads are looking good. So hopefully this is something that all of my colleagues and hopefully staff, we can all take into consideration as we make our decisions going forward in the future. I also want to take a moment to thank all of our wonderful folks that helped with the Buena Clinton beautification project. We had our public works folks there. We had our code enforcement department. So thank you so much to David Dent, who was there, and Gabby from the Buena Clinton Resource Center. Our partners with Republic Service who were there handling the big bulky trash pickups. And I got to see how all the stuff gets really crunched into those big trucks. It was really cool. They crunched a flat screen. It was really neat. Tangent, but it's these day-to-day things that you're just like, wow. But it was really an impressive event in that even though it was pouring rain, we still had this outpouring of community, from neighbors to folks from the other side of town. And I was really heartened to see how many of the volunteers were there. We saw our community services department talking about the volunteers program that they have at the Buena Clinton Resource Center. Well, their volunteers program isn't just in the summer. This is a wonderful group of teenage volunteers from the neighborhood, and they are involved very closely with the activities at Buena Clinton Resource Center, and they help the kids with the tutoring, and they're volunteering at the local events, and they're really giving back. So they're just an amazing and splendid group of kids. I was really glad to see that they were doing such amazing work at that event. So all the volunteers, you guys are amazing. I'm really excited for us to to continue to do this event, and hopefully we'll have a follow-up. I know that there were specific projects that we weren't able to accomplish because of the rain. There was some painting that we wanted to do, and there was just not going to be, we weren't going to be able to paint in a downpour. So hopefully we will have the opportunity to return and do some more of those improvements. I also had the opportunity to attend the SCAG conference with my colleague Cindy. I hope that she appreciated me picking her up at 5 a.m. to take her on a sunrise hike. It involved a lot of fog. The sun did not rise, but when the clouds did rise, we did get to go to a wonderful little oasis hike. It was very nice. You can see it on her social media. But it was a wonderful event, and we had the opportunity to learn a lot from our neighboring cities because the Southern California Association of Governments is an organization that encompasses 6 of the largest Southern California counties, San Diego. And we share the projects that we're working on, what's going well, what we might need help with, and it was just a really great opportunity for us to be in conversation with our other colleagues and think about the things that we want to be doing going forward in general. And there is that excitement that's happening over the Olympics. So everyone is really ready. And hopefully you guys can also catch my PSA on camping safety. Very appropriate. Okay. I also want to remind everyone that we have the District 6 walk-in talk coming up on June 14th. So please save the date. I know it's about a month away. Oh my God, it's already almost a month away. Oh, but I hope that you please join us at our walk-in talk. Cindy has certainly raised the bar, so I'll try my best to make it just as thrilling and exciting. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. I have a few things to mention. First off, on the board of directors for OCTA, I would be remiss if I didn't mention an opportunity for teens in the community. OCTA does have a teen council. It's a great opportunity for high school students to learn more about transportation, build leadership skills, and get more involved. The deadline to apply is May 31st, and applications can be found at octa.net. Also, we have the Strawberry Festival coming. And that will start on May 23rd. We kick it off in the evening with the celebratory cake cutting ceremony, and it runs obviously through Memorial Day. So we hope that the community will come out and enjoy all that the festival has to offer. It's a great way to raise money for the nonprofits in our community, and I know it's an event that's beloved by all. Also, on a more somber note, the Garden Grove Police Memorial is coming up this week. It is the 15th. It is at 5 p.m. in front of our police station. It is well worth your time to pay homage and pay your respects to our 6 fallen officers. So I invite the community to that event. And with that, unfortunately, I have to close the meeting this evening in my dear friend, and obviously a friend to many in his honor, John Anthony Wildsmith. John Anthony Wildsmith was born on March 21st, 1944, in Crewe, Cheshire, England. From a young age, John was drawn to the outdoors and discovery. John's adventurous spirit led him far beyond England, traveling and working across Tibet, the Philippines, and the United States. In 1979, he landed in Garden Grove, California. John would say he found his village. He worked various positions in home health care until he founded his own company, Donington Home Care, which served the people of Orange County for over 40 years. John was also instrumental in the formation of the Garden Grove Neighborhood Association and served on the board, where he brought forward ideas and offered support with a smile and his signature positive attitude. 5 years ago, John was diagnosed with cancer. True to form, he faced the illness with courage and determination. When asked, "How's it going, John?" his signature response, in his British accent, was, "I'm doing fine." He was convinced cancer would not defeat him, and in the end, it truly didn't. John passed away peacefully from a heart attack in the early hours of May 6, 2025. John's journey to Garden Grove was one marked by adventure, curiosity, and a lifelong commitment to his community. He leaves behind a deep void in the hearts of those who knew and loved him. John is survived by his wife Elena, his brother Peter, his sons Richard and Nicholas, and his grandchildren Charlie, Archie, and Kitty. We're going to miss you, John. With that, we're adjourned.